Good morning, class. My leadership question is, does age make you a better leader? From my studies, I found that older leaders are seen as being more stable, while younger leaders are more apt to change. In the United States, the minimum age to be president is 35, and our last four presidents have been George Bush Sr., age 64, Bill Clinton, age 46, George Bush Jr., age 54, and President Barack Obama, age 47. From this, you see that Americans prefer a more stable government and choose to elect older leaders who do not make extremely radical changes during their tenure. On the contrary, younger leaders have been some of the world's most revolutionary leaders, bringing the most change. Examples of this would be Fidel Castro. Though he was a dictator, at age 33 he brought huge changes to Cuba and got them out of the imperialistic rule of the United States. Napoleon, who at age 30 was able to conquer and rule an empire over much of Europe, and Emiliano Zapata, who at age 31 was a leading figure in the Mexican Revolution and commanded his own libertarian army. Next, I looked at how these political leaders relate to leadership in business today. Age and stability can be seen as the one of today's Fortune 500 companies, as the average CEO falls between age 50 to 59 years old. It is apparent that they seem to choose older, more stable leaders with experience in their field and perceived wisdom. Example of this is Tim Cook at Apple, who's age 56, Mark Partner, who is at Nike and age 61, and Bill McDermott of SAP, who's age 55. On the other hand, more than half of the entrepreneurial leaders are younger than age 35, and they come with fresh ideas and new skills. Examples of young leaders would be Mark Zuckerberg, who founded Facebook and is now 31 and worth $46 billion, Joe Gebbia, who founded Airbnb and is now worth $3 billion, and Elizabeth Holmes, who dropped out of Stanford at age 19 and started Theranos, a blood diagnostics company, where now at age 31, her company is now worth $9 billion. The main argument for older age men or women making better leaders is wisdom, but does wisdom really matter? In a study at Queensland School of Psychology, they looked at the relationship between age and wisdom among older leaders. The study defined wisdom as a combination of relevant knowledge, understanding of context, tolerance for different views and values, and ability to deal with inevitable uncertainties. The study found that leaders who were perceived as having these traits were also seen as being the most effective leaders, and those who were adept at handling uncertainty were considered especially effective. However, despite a correlation between wisdom and effective leadership, the study found no link between age and wisdom and age and leadership skills. Some older leaders demonstrated higher levels of wisdom and more effective leadership, while others did not. Leadership styles differ based on age, and in a study conducted by the University of Bremen in Germany, they found that older leaders are more likely to use passive avoidant leadership. In this style, a leader might refuse to make important decisions and be uninvolved in the leadership process. This strategy is found to be largely ineffective. On the contrary, younger leaders are more likely to use transformational or transactional styles of leadership, and both styles are effective at motivating employees. Transformational leaders attempt to get all they can out of their followers by inspiring them to do well as a better quality of work in service of a larger vision of some kind. Transactional leaders motivate their followers by helping them to achieve their own career goals. The study found that young leaders are motivated by career ambitions, while older leaders are not. Though some older leaders do use transformational or transactional leadership, the study found that these leaders are motivated by a desire to leave a meaningful legacy behind. Now we'll open up to class and see what you guys think.